Get some pictures of the, because that looks like a bad, ugly storm coming, don't it? Yeah, it's don't look right, does it? No, I haven't heard any thunder. I bet you that's why them birds in that tree. Donna, I'm here at the Down Home homestead. This will hopefully one day be the permanent homestead retirement home here in Kentucky. And today I'm just sitting here. I'm gonna turn this around and show you. I'm sitting here in it's my little baby pool, and you know, because it's real hot out today. Got the baby pool going, the hose, and I'm busting up. These are called white half runners, and this is the bean we use down here in Kentucky. They're wonderful tasting bean, and I'm just sitting here in the backyard. It's nice and quiet today. Everybody's worked after the holiday, and I'm just sitting here. I'm getting ready maybe to power wash this. If you can see that mold on the house there, but before I do that, I'm just going to sit here and just relaxing and on my vacation and just trying to get these beans all cooked up and just sitting here with my little baby pool that Grandma Mary gave me. And hi everyone, this is Living Life with Donna. As you can see, I have broke the half white runner beans up, cleaned, rinsed, ready to go. And in your pan, you want to put your fat back. I've got it here in the pan with some corn oil, and I've been letting that kind of fry. And to that I added a little celery salt. I always add celery salt in there. A little regular salt, a dash of pepper, and I always put some corn oil on the bottom of the pan. Turn it on low, get it good and sizzled, and then what I do is I'm going to dump these half white runners in here. You hear it sizzling. Got a pretty big mess here. Put them all in. That came to the bottom of the. Get every bit of them in there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add water. Give me some water. It's kind of cloudy here today. I hope you can see. You want to make sure that, oops, I got one bean that didn't, make sure you get all the strings out. You want to make sure that all of the strings are out of the white half runners. I forgot, I missed one, which can happen. Because if you don't get these strings out, it's, you know, it's very stringy, it doesn't taste good. So dump your water in. And you want to make sure that you cover the beans all the way to the top. Get them good and covered. And of course, I spilled some water on the stove. Light that up. Okay. That should do it. Let's see. Okay, you can see the beans are rising, so the water's just right at the top. And you're going to let that boil down. And I see one more string in here. I just try to get the strings as I go. So the cord, I don't have a long enough cord, but I don't know if you can see the beans. They're all the way to the top. Let that go. And of course, I've got my oven preheated to 425 because nothing goes better with white half runners than some buttermilk cornbread. So let me show you my, and get that to stay. I hope y'all can see. So I got my glass bowl. I'm using White Lily buttermilk cornbread mix and White Lily flour, 2 eggs, a little dash of corn oil, and I got my whisk. And I don't measure. I know some people do. I just kind of eyeball it, like Misty Prepper. You can measure. I think it's about 2 cups of cornmeal to a cup of flour. But my cast iron skillet that I'm using is a little bit bigger than most. So I just kind of pour it in here and I kind of eyeball it. Just kind of eyeball it. Maybe about 2.5 cups. And then I eyeball the flour. A bit of flour in there. I do 2 eggs. Percent milk, but you know, you can use whole milk, fresh cow's milk like Patera has. And I did not have fresh chicken eggs, but you can use that too. And I just kind of eyeball this. And of course you can add whatever you want. You can just use regular cornmeal. I like the buttermilk. You can add jalapenos in here if you want. Some people make the Mexican cornbread. Maybe, you know, you can add some corn. I'm just making plain cornbread. My uncle's been having a taste for white half runners. And I got my cast iron skillet preheating in the oven with oil in it. I think I might add a little bit more buttermilk. A little bit more. And just a dash, because I don't want it to fall apart, so just a dash more flour. You don't want it to be real thick. Kind of want it to be just a little, just not real soupy, but just a tad. Get that mixed real good. And you can also add just a dash, just a little dash of corn oil. Just a little dash. And that should come out good and fluffy now. I'm going to take the cast iron skillet out of the oven, which is very heavy. Ooh, it's sizzling, and of course it's smoking if you see smoke, because I have stuff at the bottom of my oven, and it's throwing the smoke off. So get that good and hot, and pour your cornmeal in. You want that to have the good sizzle. Let me get a because if you get a good sizzle at the bottom, it gives you a good golden crust. Let's see if I can get all this in here. Let me tell you how heavy this bowl is to hold. I think I got all of it in. And how my mama taught me is you take your pan, kind of go like that, and it evens it out. It evens you out, and then of course just put it back in the oven at 425 for about maybe 20 to 30 minutes. You just have to keep checking it. Whew. And it's hot with that oven on. And when this meal gets done, and it's been in there probably for, I guess, about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And let me show you how nice and golden it turned out. If I get out of this hot oven. Let me turn the light on because it's kind of dark. As you can see, golden cornbread. I put my fork in, comes out, and a lot of times you can tell too when it pulls away from the side. That's how you know it's done too. But that's the golden cornbread. We just have to wait for the beans It'll probably take a couple hours, maybe 4 hours or so. And when I get it all done, get it plated up with our maters and our onions from the garden, and maybe some fried taters. I'll take everybody. I could not wait until the beans are done. Look at the steam. I don't know if you can see the steam coming off of that cornbread with that good real butter. I'm gonna have me a piece. I could not wait. It turned out so fluffy, and that butter's just melting right off the side. Looks so good.